So, that being the concept, now let's see. How do custom classifications help us in connecting the various data sources together? Now you see the left-hand side and the right-hand side data stream types. So the left-hand side is a ads data set because it has a media by key, media by name, campaign name, clicks, brand. The one to our right-hand side is a web analytics data stream, because it contains web analytics site, key web analytics site source and page views. So in case we want to have a common. So both these data streams are very different from each other. So what is the only common element between both these data stream types that we can take for our process? Brand. Right. Brand. Whoever answered this. I need your help for the next step as well. Now, so, brand being the common element that you mentioned. Now if I do a mapping now for the left-hand side one. So we know that the media by key will get mapped to media by key, media by name will go to media by name, campaign will go to campaign, and clicks will be mapped to clicks. How are you going to map brand, given that brand is not a native column and Datorama won't map brand, but you need to do a mapping of brand as well? So how will you do the brand mapping? Custom attributes. Perfect. Perfect. This is the correct answer that I was looking for, and great that you answered yes. Brand, and why will it be a custom attribute for that? What do you need to validate media by key? So brand and media by key has to have a one-to-one relationship with each other. Right. So we're here, if we see that for media by key we have only one brand associated. So brand can be an attribute of the media by key, and we will map it as a media by custom attribute. Correct. Very good. So next, when we go to web analytics, right? So we will map web analytics key site, etc. Like web analytics site, key web analytics site, and then web analytics site source, because we want to have page views. Now, what will be our common lookout, that we also want to map the brand from web analytics data source to the media by custom attribute. Right. That this brand when we try to go and map it to the media by custom attribute. And if we map to media by custom attribute, both our data sets get combined together. Right. But when we go to map the media by custom attribute and when we check in web analytics data stream, we don't see anything called media by custom. Right. So our end goal phase, we don't have anything called a media by custom in our web analytics data stream. So what will we do? We cannot map web analytics data stream come brand into media by custom attribute, because we don't have media by custom attribute in the data stream type, web analytics. There comes custom classification to our help, because custom classification is something that is present in all the data stream types. And what we do is we map the brand from web analytics to custom classification 1. Right. And we map the brand in ads to custom classification 1 as well, because both my data streams have custom classifications. Right. Now, when we do that, we see that if we choose custom classification, 1 now represents brand column, and now both the thing gets classified to us. Our custom classification 1. You see below. Custom classification 1 will give me the brand 1, 2, 3. And when we have it merged together, we will have the respective columns from Media by Campaign Web Analytics to be a part of it. And if we have a classification sheet, which was telling me that you know now how a classification sheet looks like. Right. So brand 1, 2, 3 has a brand category A, B, C or A, B, B, whatever, as a brand category. That was a classification sheet. You can do a classification to it as well, and that classification. So what I was telling is, now that someone answered, and we have established that brand is basically the attribute of media by key because it holds a one-to-one relationship. And the custom classification that we map it to. Now the custom classification becomes the attribute of the media by key. Correct. And now that this custom classification also has a classification sheet that we need to map to our custom classification, one also has an attribute. Now, custom classification is an attribute of media by key and custom classification 1 level 1 is an attribute of custom classification 1. So if we map custom classification 1 level 1, because there was a third data set which had a data classification, theoretically we will have everything not only classified, but also a level 1 which is an attribute of the custom classification, 1 to be a part of this data set and we can take it forward from there. So everything gets classified by using an overarching entity which acts as a common entity between and which is present in all the types of data streams, and it acts as a common umbrella under which we can classify data streams of different data types.